This is optimizing experience. We're just going to get right into it. For today's video, I am doing an initial impressions video on the Rypstick versus the Superspeed Golf Overspeed training system. It's my off season and I want to dive right into it and start doing some training. It's not a full-blown review because it does take a couple weeks to do the training, so we'll just go ahead and unbox it. Today, I think I'm going to use the Launch 4. Now, cracking these open, I won't go too deep into the full-blown unboxing because again, they come in a box, you take it out, we just start diving right into the packages there. So immediately you'll notice it's both quality stuff. The glossy finish on the Superspeed looks really good. The metal looks good on both of them, and the matte finish shaft on the Rypstick looks really good as well. The grips are about the same quality, and what's cool about the Rypstick is it does come with this counterbalance thing, which is pretty cool. Now, laying them out, you'll see that they are all the three separate pieces inside of the Superspeed are all even length, while the Rypstick is a little bit longer. Maybe it's the counterbalance, but also the half inch there. But we'll go ahead and start with the Superspeed system. They come with three individual pieces, which I'd say is the biggest differentiator between the two. They are color coded, so you know which one's heavy, which one's medium, and which one's light. Now, these color codes do carry across the entire set, so you're able to immediately know which one you're picking up. Of course, you have your heavy, which would be your red, your light one, which is your green, and your medium, which would be your blue. And again, the fit and finish is really, really good. If I had to dive right into the grips, they're pretty standard stuff. They're not corded, they're nothing premium. It's just a standard rubber grip. Now, the metal weight pieces up top, another visual cue is that they are three different sizes, so you'll know quickly which one you're using them. Pairing this with the color pairing, of course, or the color coding, you'll see. Now, one thing I did notice messing with these is that they make a ton of noise. There's three different pieces. Of course, there's metal chunks at the end of these sticks. They're going to click and clack all the time. I don't know what my initial impressions are on this. I don't love it, but maybe it's just because I'm messing with it. So conversely, let's jump over to the Rypstick. It is a single piece. I think this mechanism is actually really, really cool. It's got holes in it. It's got individual weights. It's got this really interesting kind of screw mechanism on the back here. What's nice is you do one turn, not even a half turn. It's like a third of a turn, I guess, and it opens up the ability to just start pulling the weights out. Right off the bat, I like this. It's all in one unit. It's all one system, and you can easily go from four different settings of weights, fully heavy to medium to light to all the weights out, which is really cool. Now the holes that I pointed out earlier do provide this really cool sound, and I don't know if it's picking up, but I love it because you're able to kind of get a feel for when that whip or whoosh action's happening, and when you get faster, the whoosh noise actually does speed up, which is super cool. Now it's super easy to swap the weights out. You'll see here that I'm just pulling off the weights really quickly and able to just kind of spin the mechanism and lock them in. I like it. You can do this while standing in the same stance. You don't have to go back and forth to your bag. And if you're working with a swing speed measuring device, you're not changing your stance and club head position in relation to that device. So I think it's really cool and convenient. And the mechanism itself is really sturdy and it feels safe. Of course, the Superspeeds are very safe because it's just a solid block epoxied on, I assume, but seems pretty solid here so far. So this is a initial impressions video. I know people are going to ask, well, which one are you going to ultimately pick? I don't know quite yet. I will say, again, fit and finish, everything is about the same, but it does come down to the utility. There are three individual parts of the Superspeed, and when you think of putting it in the bag, my bag is empty right now. I'm kind of building it out for 2021. But when you think of your bag, I like carrying my stuff with me to the range and kind of keeping everything together. And next to my alignment sticks, there is a slot. It does fit one club, or in this particular case, one of these sticks. I just don't have space for three of them. And so far, this is a big advantage for that Rypstick, and I am all for functionality. So again, no decision yet, but that's a pretty big win in my book. You do, of course, have to consider pricing. For the Rypstick on their official site, it's 189 USD. Superspeed's about $199 USD. I'll put links in the description so that way you're able to find everything in the video inside the links here. I was able to find a coupon code, save 10 for the Rypstick on their official site. I think it still works. It should save you 10 bucks, which might make the decision a little bit easier. Couldn't find any coupon codes for the Superspeed. But either way, this is Optimize and Experience. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments, and happy to help.